They about to look at the shit that I'm on, why don't we get in topic? Crew looking like pentatonics, locked in, recording in tropics. And the East Big 3, Big Bronzy B, way good, he working on optics. Thought biz while smoking exotics, we lit, never thought about it. Cause they about to look at the shit that I'm on, why don't we get in topics? In a way back, all black, I'm talking, feeling like Shaq, I weigh my options. And the East Big 3, Big Bronzy B, way good, he working on optics. Thought biz while smoking exotics, it's saucy all the projects, it's saucy.
What is up? We back at it with another episode. RCR Presents MSD Sports. And we back. My name is Sam, also known as YBK. We got Mikey over here. We got David over here. And let's get it, Mikey, introduce yourself. Mikey, introduce yourself.
Thank you for the amazing introduction, Mr. Young Boy Kim. It's your boy, Michael John, to the DiStefano, coming at you from the 02135. Number 30, like my age. Y'all know what's goody. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Like my age. Oh, my gosh. David, what's up?
What's going on? You know what it is. It's your boy, Mr. Club Paradise, a.k.a. Camden Lee, and I'm with the greatest trio ever assembled, MSD Sports. You know what it is. Back with another one. Can you believe it? Episode 30. 30 on the jersey. Let's get it. Man, 3-0. It's been a long time coming. I can't believe it, man. It feels like yesterday. It was just an episode 3. Feels like yesterday. But YBK,
yes, sir.
What's going on for this 30 on the jersey? What we doing?
Episode 30, guys. The mighty 3-0. We made it to this fall. That's crazy. But yes, we're gonna talk about the agenda today. NBA. And NBA. Let's get it. We got a special NBA deep dive. Playoff is right around the corner on Saturday. Plans finishing up on Friday tomorrow. And let's just talk about basketball, everybody. I'm so excited. But let's first talk about the regular season, guys. How'd you guys feel overall with this 2024-2025 NBA season? It's over.
Man, I tell you, what a wonderful season it has been. I feel like it was just yesterday we was tipping off in early October or mid-October situation.
Right.
I mean, there's a lot of things I could say about this season for sure. I think there's multiple highlights that we could definitely talk about. The MVP race. We got the young Bulls coming from different coasts. The Western Conference and the Eastern Conference running the show. We got a new emergence when it comes to a different type of dynamic duo, may I say, in terms of on the Western Coast. I mean, it's been great. I mean, it's been very entertaining. A couple surprises. But I mean, to be honest, I'm just ready for the playoffs because, you know, that's where the big money comes and that's when my players are going to be playing. I mean, Michael John, how did you feel about this season? What were you thinking about this thing?
There's a lot that I feel like we could touch on. I'll start by saying what you talked about, the duo. Like, the biggest shock of the season to me was, at first I thought, not a shock, but I thought, oh, this holdout between Jimmy Butler and the Heat is spicy. Nah, Luka getting his behind shipped out of town to Los Angeles was spicy, huh? Yeah. That was the craziest maybe the craziest trade I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah. It was. I mean, they compared it to, like, you know, Mike Trout, Tatis, like if it were MLB stars to be traded, like 5-star caliber player being traded here. And I do agree. I feel like we almost had like the best trade deadline in NBA history almost with that Luka AD trade. It, like, almost to the fact where people thought Shams was hacked. Like, this thing was like, I feel like you guys know the story when I first heard it around like it was like late, like 9-some, early 10 o'clock. It was crazy. Remember that time? But I feel like, this NBA season was pretty cool. Like, just to see like the start of Bronny and Bron, just to start off from the first game of the NBA, like the first father-son duo to ever play an NBA court together. That was special. And then just overall, the season was nice. Even to the last second of, you know, that Clippers-Warriors games, guys, in the last game of the regular season last Sunday, it just led to that moment Western Conference seeding was completed. So I felt like it was a very good season, in my opinion. I had so much fun watching this season.
No, it was truly unbelievable. What were you saying, Michael?
Tell me who you was most surprised with, because I have, like, it could be a positive surprise or it could be an unpleasant surprise, because I wonder what y'all were thinking about. Like, what was your biggest surprise of the year?
I think, you know what I mean? I think somewhat of what you were saying in terms of the Luka trade. However, I would say more about the GM LeBron not being kind of the orchestrator of the whole thing. I thought coming into this season, LeBron James is going to make a big trade. He's going to be the one to kind of make this happen, and the reason why they kind of do it. And then not only do they ship out AD, they get Luka. I think that was kind of like one of the craziest things, in my opinion. I mean, yeah, we talk about the trade, and I think the trade will go down in history as one of the biggest trades that we've had in the last couple of years. But like the fact that LeBron really didn't have like a big hand in it, I think it was the first time ever in the NBA season I wasn't hearing, well, what is LeBron gonna do? What is LeBron gonna do? What is LeBron gonna do? I don't know,
Yeah.
YBK. How did you feel? What was kind of your biggest surprise?
I have a couple surprises here in this 2024-2025 season as we speak. And I mean, shout out to Cleveland. Starting off the season, 15-0, 16-0?
Yeah.
That was amazing
Yeah.
to me. I'm like, okay, they're trying to chase the Warriors record here. And that was a surprise to me. Another surprise was the coach firing. Like the Grizzlies and the Nuggets. I was like, what? I mean, two playoff teams, contending teams, firing their head coaches was a big shock to me. Those are my two kind of, oh my gosh, moments of NBA.
That's great
season.
calls, Sam. Great calls, because Taylor Jenkins was less surprising to me than Mike Malone was, because
yeah.
Malone got them one of them things.
Yeah, like a few years ago. Not even
That
so
was
recent.
crazy to me. I will say my biggest surprise of the year was probably, I'll say, two teams that really disappointed me, just because I'm surprised they were as bad as they were, which was the 76ers and the Phoenix Suns.
You're right.
I felt like both teams should have been minimum a 6 seed, you know?
Yeah.
Ceiling could have been as high as a 2 seed this year. Maybe not a 1 seed with the Thunder and Cavs this year, but the ceiling could have been a 2 seed or a 3 seed, right? So those teams,
Yeah.
I mean, KD.
I think on paper, yeah, kind of like what you're talking, like on paper, like they looked great. KD, Booker, and
Beal.
Beasley, but
Beal.
sorry,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, like,
Yeah.
and then you got Philly, who's kind of riddled by injury, so you kind of can be,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Joel Embiid not playing, that's kind of normal. You know what I'm saying? The glass man over there, it is what it is.
Man.
But I mean, I don't know, YBK. How do you feel about those two teams? Were you underwhelmed just as much as Michael John?
I mean, Phoenix Suns, I'm not surprised because, there's no success we're seeing here in this team. But my biggest surprise was 76ers too, in a way, because on paper, when Paul George joined Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid, I thought this is going to be electric. I'm like, this is
Right.
great. You're joining Philly. You're going to Philadelphia. And then you have Joel Embiid as your center, and your point guard is Tyrese, who's been coming up in that last year. If I was Paul George, I would have been so excited, but it's so unfortunate to see a team like fall like that hard in this season.
Yeah.
But
I know we got a lot of playoff ball to talk about, but I
Yeah.
wanted, before we get to it, to ask you guys to like quickly run through. We've been doing it all year, like some of these yearly awards, maybe our last sort of thoughts on them. Like, can we do one last thought on MVP?
Oh, yes, sir.
Where did you leave it? Because we know that SGA is getting a lot of love, but is it because of the tariffs on Jokic winning 3 times already? He's got to pay a little something.
True.
I mean,
David, how do you feel about your MVP?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I think here's the thing: if you're putting some money on it, like here's the deal: if you're putting some dollars, some dollar bills, I think when it comes to Shea, he's the one that you got to put your money on. I think he's the one that's actually gonna win. I think the voters are gonna vote for Shea because of Joker fatigue. I think that's the only reason why. I mean,
Agreed.
the Joker deserved to win another MVP, of course. But I think due to the fact of Shea should have won it last year and everything like that, I mean, I think they're going to give it to him. So if you're putting some money on it, Shea's definitely going to win this one this year, unfortunately.
All right.
Does that hurt
It
you,
does.
Sam?
It
Because I
does.
mean, if I had to bet who's going to win,
Yeah.
I think they're going to give it to SGA,
Uh-huh.
the free throw bandit. But I do think that the Joker is the real MVP. And we might look back at this season. If OKC wins the chip, it will vindicate the MVP. If they get knocked out anything earlier than the conference finals or NBA finals, this will be an issue 5 years, 10 years, 15 years from now. When we look at the stat line of Nikola Jokic from this year, and if they finish similar, like first, second, third round, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I will say I think SGA is going to win it if you have to ask me who I think is going to win it. But I would vote for Jokic in my first place and SGA in my second place.
Yeah, for me, 60-point triple-double, averaging triple-double. I mean, this is me, guys. When Shohei Ohtani was in the American League pitching and batting at the same time, MVP was automatically to Shohei. And for me, as a Yankee fan, was worried for my captain. Because I was like, even if Judge goes crazy with 60-something home runs, he's not going to win MVP because of what Shohei can do. And I feel like I can compare... I know this is basketball. Like a defense, offense, kind of the same kind of like flow of the sport. But come on, guys! Like for me, it's like you have to give it to him again. I know there's MVP fatigue, and there's like they don't want to give it to the same guy. But then match me. Then give me a triple double, another athlete that can do the same thing Jokic does. Then, and then I'll be like, all right, I'm a numbers guy. You win, But for me, I think I have to give it to Jokic. That's what I think.
Do you guys feel as though this year has kind of been one of those years where the numbers don't count this year? Do you feel like it's been more of like how the team has been, the team's success, instead of the fact that okay, you're averaging a triple double? You know what I mean? Like even I feel like LeBron's should be, I feel like, first team All NBA. However, I think he's going to get second team due to the fact that the numbers just aren't where they need to be. Is this kind of the year of numbers kind of fudge a little bit, but you know what I mean?
I'll say this. Remember Russ when he averaged a triple double the first time? The Thunder they was like a 4 seed, if I remember right. They wasn't a 1 seed or a 2 seed. The record definitely helps skew it for sure. The reason why LeBron going to be on the second NBA All Team though is because Jason Tatum is going to be All NBA in the 3 spot. That's the real reason why. And Tatum deserves it, I think, a bit over, especially because of the injuries, the little bit of injuries to Bron. He missed a little bit of time.
I agree. I mean, what 2 teams I know we talked about the Sixers and the Suns here, but 2 teams I want to shout out here in this 2024-2025 season are the Houston Rockets, who finished 2nd seed in the West, and the Detroit Pistons, who I believe finished 6th in the East. Because the Rockets haven't made playoffs since 2020, guys. So it's been a 4-year drought. These fans have missed playoffs. And to kind of show dominance in the 2nd seed of the West, big props to them. And I feel like it was a good, the good young group development with the coach, with Ike in that team.
Well, let me ask you this. You think that it's enough that you would say that one of them coaches, Ime Udoka or JB Bickerstaff, should be coach of the year? Or you think that the success of the Cavaliers and the Oklahoma City Thunder is just too great to overlook? Because it was close to me. I was thinking JB Bickerstaff turning around, a 20-win Pistons team into this team is a huge accomplishment. But Kenny Atkinson, man, with the Cavs has been phenomenal. And Mark Daigneault as well with the Thunder has been phenomenal.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
think JB Bickerstaff's runner-up to me.
Yeah, if I had to put it, I think Cleveland. I think, you know what I mean? I think he's that coach is just unbelievable. You know what I mean? I think you can't lie in terms of the numbers. I think being the number 1 seed, especially, even though, you know what I mean, with injury in the East, I still think that you deserve to kind of get that because of the fact that, and I think it would be his first one. I think in the OKC, I feel like OKC's third to me. You know what I mean? I think, you know what I mean? They're a good team, but again, they got to do something in the playoffs what really kind of makes it work. If I was to pick, I would say Cleveland coach would be first. I would then say Houston maybe second, and then I would say maybe Thunder third. But if Houston makes a great run, I mean, I think it'd be kind of, we'll see what happens, but I still feel like, everybody knows Udoko can coach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People know he's about that life, so I think it's not surprising for them to be the 2 seed. You know what I mean? With a good coach like that and a young, good squad.
I agree. But yeah, I feel like he'll be a good candidate for Coach of the Year for the Houston Rockets here.
Yeah,
But
I think he's like the dark horse kind of.
yeah, definitely young squad for sure. But yeah, another shout out. The Pistons made the playoffs since 2018, 2019 season, guys. It's been 6 years since they made the playoffs. So that's another great young squad led by Cade Cunningham, and he also had a great season himself this year. So
Can I ask you?
yeah.
Who is your most improved player of the year? Because I think this is a bit of a topic of contention. For a lot of the year, I was leaning Cade, but I probably am siding with the majority of the fandom in the betting books now, because I kind of have Dyson Daniels as the most improved player. But I wonder what y'all think.
I can give it to Cade here. Yeah, I'll give it to Cade Cunningham in my choice of most improved player. How about you, David? How do you feel?
I feel like Cade wasn't a bum though. Do you know what I mean? I feel like Daniels was a little bit more of a bum compared to what he is now. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just saying Cade kind of came into the league. I was like, all right, you're a little skinny. You need to pick up some NBA weight. You're playing on a team that's kind of trash. Okay, this makes sense. Why, you know what I mean? Why you're not really in the headlines. You're not in a big market program. So I understand why people don't hear your name right now. The second guy you named until the midway through the season, who?
Dyson Daniels, yeah.
Who is this exactly? So that's what I'm saying. Like the fact that we're saying this man's name on the MSD Sports podcast as a leading segment. I think it's important to say he must have did something right.
Let me tell you, right? Cade, I thought like, wow, he's going crazy this year. But I looked at the numbers, and it's actually last year he averaged 22.7 points per game. This year, 26.1. So it's about a 3-point increase, right? He averaged 7.5 assists last year. This year, 9.1. Yeah. Like Cade is a bona fide all-star, but I do feel like there needs to be like a certain threshold for most improved. Dyson Daniels averaged like 5 points last year. This year, he averages 14. He bumped up his rebounds to 6 a game, 4 assists per game, but he led the league in steals, 3 steals per game. So that's the stat that put it out to me. But big question, would Wemby have won most improved had he played all year? That boy led the league in blocks. Still.
He did.
Would Wemby? I think he would win Defensive Player of the Year.
We can talk about that one
too.
Automatic.
I think he would have. But I think he would have won.
Before you tell me your Defensive Player of the Year, I just want to say Ivica Zubac should have had some more love for Most Improved Player of the Year. Nasty.
He did some nasty business. No, but again, McDaniels was almost a McCheeseburger. You could convince his name is McDouble before the season. So that's what I'm saying. With McDaniels, I'm cool with the Most Improved Player. I knew Wemby was gonna be lit. We knew Wemby was gonna be lit when he came into the league. He just skinny. Me, YBK, and Michael Jordan could each back him down by ourselves. But I'm just saying, last year, when he first came in, when he was so skinny, looking like a scarecrow in that mug. Now, he had some time, obviously, he put on some NBA weight. He's all right. Yeah, but McDaniels, a.k.a. McDouble, put McDouble as most improved player.
For me, it's like this. It's like, if we're talking MVP talks and saying, like, I bet, let's go on the team record, right? The Detroit Pistons 2023, 2024 record was 14-68, guys. And now they're a 6th seed led by Cade Cunningham, who now averaged, like 25 this season or 26?
26.
26. Now it's like eye popping now. So I don't know. It depends on that too, or if it's like that kind of argument.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Yeah.
Who do you guys got for DPOY? Because you mentioned that Wemby was going to get it. You know who the odds-on favorite is to win it right now?
Who?
Triple J?
Draymond?
Draymond.
Yeah, I saw that. I was
Draymond?
surprised.
Draymond is the current odds-on favorite. Then Mobley, then Lou Dort, and then I
like Mobley. I like Mobley in that category.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting, right? Isn't it? I did dive into it a little bit. the numbers, like the stats, are on Draymond's side. Even though
Of course they are.
he's tooting his own horn, like on his podcast, he wants to bring attention to himself and he wants to win it. If you look at the individual stats for shooting percentage against, average points given up in one-on-one situation, team of defensive efficiency, Draymond is leading the categories of the rest of them. So I don't know what to say besides
Draymond, Draymond.
give it to him.
Oh my gosh! I mean,
kick you in the nuts if you don't give it to him.
Kick me in the nuts, Draymond. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? He might be about that life. I mean, I feel like who deserves it, Zubac. That's what I feel like. I feel like my man's on the Clippers. He did his thing. He was a nice little anchor for them. I think instead of winning Most Improved, I think he should win Defensive Player of the Year. Unfortunately, I think they either gonna give it to Mobley because he's got a #1 seed, or they're gonna give it to Draymond. We'll see, but we'll see what happens.
I want to shout out one guy, one young in here for DPOY too. Amen Thompson for the Rockets as well. He had himself a nice 2024-2025 season, averaging 1.4 steals, 1.3 blocks.
Boy got some game.
An opponent shot 9.7 worse within 6 feet, 9.5% worse within 10, and then 5.5 worse beyond 15, according to the NBA data. So, pretty cool. For a youngin to be like one of the candidates for that to be up there, as your name to be up there for DPOY, that's solid. I like that.
He gonna get some votes. Mm-hmm. It's a scoring system, I think, like MVP. Like it's not like you just vote for the winner. I think you get to.
You choose your first, second, third, and then it goes on. Yep, it gets graded like that. That's why it's crazy on Curry's unanimous MVP season. It's like everybody chose Stephen Curry that year. In 2013, I think. Yeah, it was
crazy that LBJ and or Michael Jordan never did it before, but you know how they go, how they do.
Yeah,
how they do that.
They were hating back then.
One last shout out for yearly awards. My boy, the Double P.
You think it's six man? You thinking six man of the year?
Oh, man of the year, baby. Yes, he is. Who's gonna get it?
6 man of the year.
The only other people that are even in the odds, when you read the odds, it's Peyton Pritchard, Malik Beasley, and Russ. You think Russell Westbrook's 6 man? I don't think so. Beasley, great 3-point shooter, almost led the league in 3 points made this year if Anthony Edwards didn't go 7 of 18 from threes in that season finale to take the record.
Just to let him know.
But Peyton Pritchard, it should be 6 man. I think he was the spark plug off the bench.
Mm-hmm.
He deserves it this year. I think, the Celtics were really quiet. They weren't doing so much pizzazz throughout. They were nice and steady. And I think, for the fact of if you look at the numbers, he had some crazy fantasy numbers. He had some crazy scores. I think he scored 43 one game this year, something like that. It went wild. So, I'll let the boy, white boy can shoot. Let that boy rock. You know what I'm saying? Let that boy rock. The half court prince. You feel me? Peyton Pritchard.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely Peyton Pritchard deserves this award for sure. For sure. Compared to like the candidates we see here, like Beasley, Westbrook, DeAndre Hunter, and Ty Jerome, then I'll choose Peyton Pritchard in that category. What awards do we got over here? So we got DPOY, we got Most Improved, we got MVP.
I think we hit it all. Coach of the Year. I think that's all the ones I could think of. That's everything I had in my books.
Nice.
Should we talk playoff matchups? Are we talking?
Y'all tell me.
Are we talking about who we got?
Let's do it.
Are we talking about the first?
But before we go, quick shout out. One more shout out, Chris Paul. This man, 20th season, played all 82 NBA games for the first time in NBA history.
Shout out to Unc.
Man, big shout out. And I feel like he's a big like mentor kind of position in that team too, as the Unc, what you said, David. So yeah, big shout out to him. And we have on tomorrow, April 18th, we have Heat at Hawks tomorrow at 4:00 Pacific, 7:00 Eastern for that 8th seed, guys. And for the Western, we got the Dallas Mavericks against the Memphis Grizzlies tomorrow at 6:30 p.m., 9:30 Eastern. So This is gonna prove the 8th seed, and they're gonna verse the Cavaliers, and the West is gonna verse OKC. So you're gonna be versing the top juggernauts of the conferences. The winner
Can
of
we
these
start
two.
that? Can we start with these ones?
Yes, let's do it. Let's do it.
Y'all tell me. Is the Heat gonna win the play-in like they always do?
Yep, I think so. I'm going Heat here.
Sure, we'll take the Heat.
Okay,
For first round
is it
exit.
unanimous? Okay, MSD Sports Heat. Okay, Mavericks Grizzlies. Who we got? Who we thinking?
Can Clay do it again?
They're gonna call him Play-in Clay if he plays like that again. 'Cause
Clay.
Game 6 Clay, Sam?
Yep, of course.
It's Play-in
Play
Clay.
I like that.
I think they could do it again, as a matter of
I'm
fact.
going
But the
Mavericks
Grizzlies is a much better team than the Kings.
It's very true.
Yeah.
Oof. I think I'm gonna take the Grizzlies. I don't think Clay could do it twice again.
I'm taking Mavericks here. I believe because I had belief in them from the beginning of the playing. So I'll go straight with them.
You think that AD and Clay is gonna pop off?
AD gonna pop off.
I feel like the Grizzlies have a little bit more firepower. That's my only concern because JJ can hit the threes now, step into it with that awkward shot, and it goes in. Desmond Bane's starting to play well again, and you got Ja. If he doesn't go out of that game versus the Warriors for that, remember he got swiped and he was out for a hot minute. Who knows? It came down to the wire still. So I'm gonna go Grizzlies, but in a competitive game.
Okay.
Close game.
Okay. I
Nice.
like that.
All
I
right.
like that.
All right. So they're gonna be
Do you
versing.
think they pose any threat to the Oklahoma City Thunder?
Not at all.
All right. Big question.
Let's
Matter
go.
of fact.
Let's go.
The Mavericks is the only team that had a winning record against the Thunder. What happens if they get in?
Is
still
this
don't-
Mavericks
I-
with Luca though? Isn't this Mavericks with Luca?
No,
Like the first half or next half?
No, because they played late in the year. So they played them. Remember, they beat them
post-trade.
Oh,
exactly. Snap.
They beat them even without. So the first one,
Oh, that's
the first
interesting
games-
though.
yeah. So it's crazy, bro.
Wow.
They went 3-1 against them this year. They played
Wow.
in January twice, and they beat them both times. The Mavericks.
Snap.
I think
So-
I still got the Thunder. I think if the Thunder lose this series, then SGA is overrated. But I don't think that's the situation. I think he got it this first round. I think he's all right. But we'll see. We'll see. You know.
Oh, there we go. I was looking yellow in the camera. I was like, "What's going on?"
Okay.
It
You
was
okay?
good now.
You
It's good
know
now.
what
I
I'm
changed it. It was the wrong setting.
He was looking a different type of yellow. You know what I'm saying? He was looking a little different. He does got that. He does got that Laker jersey on. You know what I'm saying? And it does glow off that wonderful face of his. You know what I'm saying? However, he was looking a different type of yellow. He wasn't looking yellow. He was supposed to be looking. So you know what I'm saying? He good now. He big chilling.
I'm chilling. All right, so let's get it. NBA playoff bracket, let's say, is locked in.
Locked in.
We go and match up. Should we start in the West or East? What you guys think?
I think we got to start in the East. It's a little bit
East
easier.
Coast? We go East Coast. All right, let's get it.
It's a
So
little
let's
easier.
say the Heat wins. Unanimous decision, MSD Sports. Miami Heat beats the Hawks. They go on to face the Cavaliers, guys. Let's go. Cleveland versus Miami Heat. How we thinking over here?
I'm gonna say Cavs in 6.
Wow.
And
I like that.
Oh,
I think
wow.
I think
I'll say
Spoken-
Cavs in 5.
I think
Gentlemen
Spoken
sweep.
win one game. Can at least win 1 or 2 games. At least.
YBK going sweep, baby. Cavs are going full, baby.
Okay.
Cavs
okay.
in full. We're getting broomsticks going.
The Heat
Alright.
still have some shooters because Tyler Hero,
Tyler.
Duncan Robinson,
Tyler
they
does.
could get hot.
That's what I'm
Jaime
saying.
Jaquez can randomly have a good game. Bam Adebayo is always going to give you like 16, 18, and 10, and maybe punch Donovan Mitchell at the rim once or twice to galvanize you in the fourth quarter. But I
point,
see
good point.
Cavs in 5.
Yeah.
Good point. Good point. All right, this is you guys matchup over here. We got the Boston Celtics. Or you guys want, if there's any takeaways or kind of like things you want to talk about in this matchup over here before we move on to the next? Cavs
No,
and the Heat?
I feel pretty good about
That's a
it.
warm-up
That's
series.
a warm up. Yeah, that's a
Gotcha,
warm up.
gotcha.
Just like this one that you bringing up, Boston Celtics and Orlando
All right, let's
Magic.
get it. Let's get it.
Can I tell you the odds?
What's
on
what are the
FanDuel?
odds?
It's 80-1 odds. The Celtics are minus 8,000.
8,000?
80-1 odds.
Oh
I'm saying.
gosh.
So
Yeah,
I
so
think
there's
it's
no
another
way-
tune-up.
Tune up series. But I still also think Celtics in 6.
Oh wow,
Still
Celtics in
think,
6.
I still think it's gonna. I think they're
Interesting.
gonna drop a game or two. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that closeout game that they're supposed to take. I think they lose that.
Wow.
I think they're not at optimal strength yet. I think it's
Gotcha,
gonna take a series
you're
or two.
kind of
before-
marinated in the tournament.
Yeah, I think they're gonna need to get back on right,
That's a
back
good
on road.
point.
You feel me?
I feel like
I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah.
I feel like definitely Celtics gonna win this matchup. I say Celtics in 5.
Okay. Okay.
Which game do they drop, Sam? A home game or a road game?
Road game.
I think
Oh, it's
same
the
as
other
you.
way?
Celtics in 5. I think they might lose game 1 and then win the next 4.
Ah.
I don't know what tells me that, or they win game 1 and then they drop game 2. Like they kept doing that last year. Remember?
Yep.
We won game 1, we dropped game 2 to the Heat. We won game 1, we dropped game 2 at home to the Cavs. Then we win the rest.
Yep.
I don't really have much to say about this one. I'm ready to see Paulo Banchero try to play a playoff series, and I think
agree.
that will be
I'm
fun.
excited for that.
I don't think we'll see a phenomenal performance like Cole Anthony scoring 26 points in 20 minutes off the bench.
Nah.
I don't see Wendell Carter being an issue.
Nah.
I don't see the Wagner being right.
I don't see no problems. I don't see no
No
fears.
issues.
No
Yeah.
issues. A bunch of tissue paper, but it might be 2-ply, maybe double 2-ply. So that's why I might take 6 games. I'm just saying.
I would like to see some of those shooters get let's let them get some shots up, like Hauser. Let him get his shots up. Let Pritchard get his shots up, because if they're gonna go cold, let them go cold early.
Honestly, bro, like it's Atlanta Hawks that's not no Boston Celtics here, the reigning champions here. So I feel like this exactly what you said, warm up round here for sure.
Tune up.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. All right. We got the New York Knicks 3rd seed against the Detroit Pistons. Welcome to the playoffs.
Now this is the one place where I'm a little nervous for the New York Knicks.
Ooh.
I'm saying Knicks in 7.
Woo! It's spicy.
I think Detroit pushes them to 7 freaking games. Don't be surprised if the Detroit comes and sneaks this bad boy out. But yeah, I think it's gonna take a second.
Ooh. I like that. I'm gonna have to agree with you here, David. I'm going Knicks in 7 too. It's gonna be, I feel like, a bloodbath here. These two teams are gonna go fight against each other. Detroit, New York, at the Garden is gonna be crazy. Mikey, let's get it.
I think we all have the same result, right? So I'm gonna tell you the betting odds, right? The Knicks are minus 420 favorites, so a little over 4-1 favorites over the Detroit Pistons, who are plus 330 on the money line for series betting. I'm gonna say that the Knicks is about to whoop some behind. I think so. I think that they need desperately to win this series.
Yes.
Or else the last few years, them getting Karl Anthony Towns to replace Julius Randle, Jalen Brunson being an all-NBA caliber player, playoff clutch, averaging high 30s last year. Jalen Brunson, y'all remember what he was doing in the playoffs last year?
Going crazy.
Of course.
Everyone got injured. Not this year. They're ready to go. I think Knicks in 5.
It was tough to see them lose against the Pacers in 7 last year, semifinals.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was tough.
Cade, bro, is about to have his first playoff series, though, so I think you could circle this matchup, because when you go into Detroit to play, you know Isaiah Stewart's about to bust someone's skull. You know they're going to be chippy.
That's a good point.
You know Malik Beasley going to be letting it rain. I just feel like the Knicks should be the biggest threat besides the Celtics and the Cavs. Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, Karl Anthony Towns.
True.
Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart. That's a nasty lineup.
Mitchell Robinson's there too, right?
Yeah, he's back.
Yeah.
He was injured a lot.
They might
this
start
year,
him,
but-
right?
We'll see.
Because they've been starting Josh Hart, right?
Yeah.
For now? Okay. So you said Knicks in 5, Mikey?
Mhm.
Okay. Gotcha.
I'll take Knicks in 5.
All
I
right.
got Knicks in 7.
Same.
Let 'em know.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that one. All right. We're going to wrap it in the East with the 4th seed Indiana Pacers versus the 5th seed Milwaukee Bucks. Damian Lillard is back to practice. Blood clot is solved. He's good. But we'll see. All right, who we got? Let's get it. Wow, that's huge.
Can I start this one off? I feel like I've been going last. I'll start it. I'll kick this one off.
Please,
of course.
I'll say this. The Indiana Pacers opened as 2-1 favorites in the series, minus 200. They're down to minus 166 now, so almost 2-1 favorite. Damian Lillard is indeed cleared for contact and for practice.
Yeah.
The doctors said it's a medical anomaly. They've not seen someone have a deep vein thrombosis recover like that.
Interesting.
He's off his blood thinners. He's off of them. So he's good. I will say we all keep thinking the Bucks this, the Bucks can do that. Giannis. I just don't. When I see it, I'll believe it. Since they went down to the Heat, the 8 seed, I don't feel they have the same sort of varnish and this larger than life stature that they had when they was champs. And they was going to 7 games with the Celtics every year in the playoffs. So I'm going to say Pacers in 6 here. I think the pace, right? No pun intended. The pace that they set because they push the ball is good enough. I like that Miles Turner can stretch the floor.
He could.
I like that Pascal Siakam is still playing at an all-star caliber level. I know that y'all weren't impressed with Halliburton this year, but I was. I feel like Halliburton's a
Second
floor
half
general.
was pretty good.
And the numbers maybe wasn't crazy the first half of the year, but I felt like he really facilitated the game in the second half of the year, and he's healthy. He plays a lot. Last year he had the hamstring injury. This year he was in like all year. So I'm gonna go with Pacers in 6, but I do think when you have Giannis on your team, the X factor, you could win a series off of one player who's that good.
Well, I like that. I like that.
YBK, what do you think? I need a minute.
I feel like Giannis has been on a tear. Dame's back, so he got his side piece back. Not side piece, but his partner back. I said it kind of weird. I'm going Bucks in 7. They lost to the Pacers last year in round 1 and 6. So it's like a revenge match over here. So Giannis can be with his Batman cape and suit. He'll be ready. So let's get it. Bucks in 7. Camden. Who you got?
Man, it's hard. It's hard. I got my cousin on one side, you know what I'm saying? My man Giannis. And then I got Tyrese, my man. Tyrese, he's a snow bunny killer. You feel me? You know what I mean? Whenever he's on the slopes, it just be snowing. I think I'm gonna take Indiana. I just the only issue I'm gonna take Indiana in 7. I think the only issue that I have is that I feel like Dame is just not. He don't have the stamina yet. I think he can get a game or 2, and I think it'd be fine. But I just don't see him being able to keep it in them long stretches. I think he needed another few weeks to be off of them thinners before he could play the game the way he's used to playing it. So I'm gonna say it's gonna be a tight matchup. Indian 7.
Quick question for this one.
Let's go.
Is Doc Rivers out if they go out in the first round? The Bucks?
Where's he gonna go? Where are you going? I mean, he's already jumped to 55 million teams. Where's he gonna go?
Are they gonna fire him? I mean, if he can't win this one, if he loses in the first round.
Is this his first year coaching the Bucks? Is this his first year coaching the Bucks?
Second.
They brought him in. Remember, they had their head coach. They was mad nice, and they fired the head coach.
They fired him when they were like 3rd place.
I forgot about that. They might give him 1 more year. He might say I never had a full season. That'd be excuses. You know what I'm saying? But that boy like single ply toilet paper. He's not for it. He is not for it. Okay.
They're gonna have to blow it up if they get knocked out this first round.
They might have to do some shopping in the offseason for sure.
Listen.
Or I mean, there's rumors that Giannis is gonna leave Milwaukee because he loves these big teams, right? Like he tells these people to go to big market teams. Oh, it's good that Luka went to LA to a big market team, So you never know. New York, it's gonna be crazy. All right, Eastern Conference. It's gonna be crazy. Some series we set to 7, some 6, but let's go. West Coast, baby. Let's go West Coast, baby. All right, who we gonna say that the AFC is gonna be? Let's go. I'll go to the majority then. Let's say the Grizzlies take the 8th seed, and they verse the Oklahoma City Thunder. So let's get it. Who we got?
I think if they play the Grizzlies, it's gonna be a sweep of the Thunder. I think it's
Oh,
Thunder
4-0.
4-0.
Oh.
It's the one sweep I'm gonna agree on.
Wow, Thunder 4-0.
4-0.
The Thunder are 4-0 against the Grizzlies this year. Maybe actually it'll be a gentleman sweep. I'll go 5, Thunder and 5, because it's hard. It would be really hard to go 8-0 against the same team in 1 year. You already beat them.
I'll take it in 5. I'll take a gentleman sweep.
Okay. I think it's unanimous here. I thought the same way too.
Don't get me. I mean, don't get me wrong. If I had to dust out my broom, do not get me wrong. I would not be surprised. I'll keep that bad boy handy. I'll keep that thing on. But
in Ja though, you think elevate his game? Because I feel like 2 years ago, before the nonsense with pulling a piece out while you on Insta Live and then doing it again, you think that he could elevate to that persona, that same face of the league level?
Before the Fugazi, he was chilling. I think he's still throwing off a couple of grenades from time to time. I don't think the league's ready for him yet. I think he needs a couple more seconds. I think he needs to chill, come back, you know what I'm saying, have another offseason with some squeaky cleanness. Then he might be able to do something next year. But I don't think he got it yet. I don't think he got it.
But I feel like the issue, not the issue, the thing that the Grizzlies have to do if they win here is to guard SGA. You can't just let him be SGA. It's over. We have to they have to defend over SGA, and I feel like trying to figure out from there, in my opinion.
Who would man him up? Actually, you're right, because Jalen Wells would have been a decent choice, and he can't play. He's out.
Right.
So that's a fair point. I think they in big trouble. I also think they have the Twin Towers in a way too. You put Hartenstein in Chet Holmgren.
Yeah.
It's like you got them big boys.
They got JJJ and Zach Edey, right? What's it, Eddie?
That's a good matchup, but I don't think that the play style suits the Grizzlies to win in a 7-game series with them.
You're right.
Them two.
Yeah.
No. Edey is too flat-footed. He feels like, I don't know if y'all watched some of the Grizzlies games. Like, he's nice. Some games he'd be coming with 15, 17, 18 boards, but he feel a little bit slow. Like, he flat. Whereas, like, you see Chet, he can dribble. He can cross over. He goes to the corner and hits the threes. And Hartenstein can run the floor. He ain't a shooter like Chet, but he can run the floor still. JJJ, now he's versatile, but I don't really know if they have another big to really match, to step up. Who? Santi Aldama? I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, he had his moments in the season, though, Aldama, in the regular season, but can't rely on that kind of player in the playoffs.
Let's throw a theoretical out there, though.
Sure.
What if the Mavericks do beat the Grizzlies? What would you say in a Thunder versus Mavericks series?
Go
ahead.
I would definitely see Thunder in 6, maybe Thunder in 7.
6, right?
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Thunder in 7. You know what's crazy, guys? Hot take. If Mavericks go up, I'm going Mavericks in 7. Upset first seed.
Wow.
I wouldn't be surprised.
You wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised because I feel like this is me for the Thunder here. Even future Thunder's going to get eliminated second round like last year. I can see the same thing. I can see the same thing happening. It's going to happen. Next round, they're going to get past this round for sure. Next round, they're going to get eliminated. Watch.
RBK got his crystal ball out.
I got the sorcerer.
I'll do Thunder in 6 versus Mavericks.
Oh, Thunder in 6. Okay.
Yeah. I don't think they have enough. I think with Kyrie, they would win that series.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, Kyrie.
I think the Mavericks would genuinely be able to win that series if then I might feel a little different.
Anthony Davis can't be Anthony Davis.
Oh.
They have to be playoff Anthony Davis. Playoff form. They need that. All right. Second seed Houston Rockets, the team we talked about, versus the 7th seed Golden State Warriors. They played their butts off. Jimmy Butler's like, Steph, I'm here too now. Let's get it. And they made it versus the 2nd seed. Who we got? Let's go. I'll start it off here. Warriors in 7. Let's go. It's going to be a crazy. This is going to be the series to watch. It's going to be electric here, guys. I'm so excited for this one.
I think I'm going to go with the upset as well. Warriors in 6.
Oh, in 6. Oh, wow.
6. I think them young boys don't know what to do. Too many.
It's the Curry. You got the chef.
Well, I'll tell y'all the odds. Actually, the Warriors are favored here.
Oh,
so the
wow.
Warriors are minus 166. So it's just like the Pacers. This is close.
I see.
Slight favorites. It's the experience and it's Steve Kerr. Ime Udoka is a good coach.
Yes, he is.
This is a tough one for me. But that's just because I feel like the Rockets have a lot of talent. They just don't have the it.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler can win you a game single-handedly in the playoffs. Steph Curry can win you a game single-handedly in the playoffs. The Rockets are going to need to have a group effort every game.
Exactly.
Not saying they can't have it, but I'm going to go Warriors in 6.
Woo!
Let's go.
We all got upset here. Let's get it.
Go. Upset alert. Upset alert.
Woo!
I'm very disappointed that the Warriors fell to the 7 because I really wanted the Warriors to
6.
be bracketed with the Lakers.
Nah.
I don't want
It
It would have been tough. David, it would have been tough for us. It would have been tough.
Now, if
We need
the
a nice-
Warriors
It would have been
win-
tough if we versed the Warriors here.
That's what I'm saying. Because
Yeah.
the Warriors are the 7 seed. So now automatically, if they win, they're on the Thunder side of the bracket.
Exactly.
Ah.
That's what we need.
So-
We avoided that one. Let's
We need
go.
a nice little cake walk
Oh,
to the
so we gonna get the
conference
Nuggets
finals.
Clippers if we
You know
win.
what? You might not have got. You might have gotten the harder matchup. As a matter of fact, we'll get to it when we get to it because
We'll do
there
it,
might
yeah.
be a tougher matchup waiting in the West.
We're
than-
gonna
do it,
talk
let's do
about
it.
it when we get there.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
All right. This is it, David. This is our one for the West
Our
Coast.
time right here. This is our time. This is
Third
what we-
seed Los Angeles Lakers versus
Listen.
6th seed Minnesota Timberwolves. Who we got? Who's gonna start off here?
Listen, what you want to do? You want to do it? You want me to
No,
do it?
you do it. I started the last
Listen,
one. You got this
listen.
one.
Listen, Kentucky Fried, Golden Eye. You know it's you and I. Listen, Lakers in 5. Come on, come on.
Beautiful.
You know what I'm saying?
Beautiful.
Come on.
Beautiful.
Well, IBK, I already know what it is.
I'm gonna
You and
copy
I,
Shannon
baby.
over here.
You and
The
I,
Shannon
baby.
Shop shout out.
Let 'em
OKC, KFC, UFC. Lakers in 5.
Lakers, let's go.
Oh! All right, Mikey, let's get it.
This is a good matchup. I think that this is a. I'm glad the Timberwolves had a good end of the year so that they could get into the playoffs right away because I want to see Ant in a playoff series for sure, without a doubt. Lakers are almost 2-1 favorites, minus 186
Oh, wow.
Los Angeles Lakers, and Wolves is plus 156. So it ain't like there's not a big landslide in the odds here. I don't have nothing to say besides I think it's going 7.
Ooh,
So,
I
Blasphemy.
like that. I like that. Okay.
I think it's going 7. I can't pick the Lakers, guys. I just can't do it. I don't know. I was gonna come up with a rhyme for you. I'm not reflecting. You're not Dalton connecting. Timberwolves in 7. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not. But I will say the Lakers should be more suited to beat the Wolves than they would have been suited, I think, to handle someone with experience like a Steph, like a Draymond, like a Jimmy Butler. So I do think that this isn't a terrible matchup, but I'll go Wolves in 7. I can't pick Lakers.
Wolves in
bro.
7.
Can LeBron sustain himself through a playoff run right now? Y'all think so?
Listen, I think this is gonna be a tune-up series. I think Luka gonna take on the whole series and just let him know, hey, I'm that boy. And then you know what I'm saying, LeBron's just gonna play point guard, and then we'll see you in the second series. I ain't too worried. But chill.
Let's get it. I can't wait. It's that Saturday too. Let's go. All right, we gonna wrap up the West Coast. We got the 4th seed Denver Nuggets versus the 5th seed Los Angeles Clippers. Who we gonna start us off here?
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Okay, I've been cruising down Inglewood. I've been spending some time in the hood. I've been making it popping. I think the Clippers are gonna take this in about 6 games.
Clippers in
I think
6?
the Clippers are gonna take it in 6, baby. I think Norman Powell's gonna see his name in the bright lights. He might do something crazy.
Then you
and I
gonna
think
see an
the
LA
fact that-
matchup? LA matchup?
I think the fact that Kawhi is doing a little bit better. I think that because Kawhi is doing a little bit better.
He's been balling, guys. Kawhi Leonard.
Doing a little bit
Ever
better.
since he came back,
That's all I
he's
gotta
been
say.
doing
We ain't
really
talking
well.
about him, but he's doing a little bit better.
Norman Powell, Zubac,
Coming out
Harden.
just for the stats of postseason.
All right. I like that a lot.
Clippers is 6.
Clippers is 6. All right. I'm gonna lean towards LA too. But I'm gonna go Clippers in 7. Clippers in 7. It's gonna be a bloodbath in this one too.
7 games.
Let's get
Michael
it.
John.
Mikey.
This is what I was talking about to y'all. I think that you saying like good thing the Warriors is over there. I don't know. You got another team from LA that surged at the end of the year that's looking really good with the Kawhi Leonard playing back-to-backs, James Harden playing like an all-NBA point guard, Norm Powell balling, Zubats balling. Now the question is, which bench is going to be better? I like the Nuggets starters as well here because you got Aaron Gordon, you got Jamal Murray back in action, you got Yoke, you got Christian Brown. Great year. Maybe could have been most improved player if a couple other players ain't balled out. This is a tough one for me. I didn't want us all to go the same here because I was initially leaning Clippers, but I'll say Nuggets in 7 because I don't want to run the board the same right here on this one.
Anything in 7 is gonna be nice.
I honestly think it's genuinely. I feel like this is the closest series
Yeah.
of all of the series. And the betting odds is the Clippers is slight favorites, -118. Nuggets is +100. That's how close the betting odds is.
Not
on this.
much.
Wow.
Not
The
much.
reason why I really wanted to go initially with Clippers is because Ty Lue versus interim coach, right?
Right.
No Mike Malone. But maybe the players feel galvanized to vindicate themselves. You feel me? Because it's
I
like,
feel
oh,
that.
okay, like we fired Mike Malone. The players ain't having fun. The Nuggets suck now. They've lost all these games at the end of the year. They was champions 2 years ago. They went 7 games against the Wolves last year. Why do you think the Wolves was drained when they had to play the Mavs?
True. True.
So
Wow.
We got some wonderful playoff matchups.
Wait, Mikey.
Unbelievable.
I'm looking at the bracket here. You're saying the 1-8 versus the 2-7?
the lower seed should be
Because on the bracket, there's 1-8 and then 4-5 on the bottom, and then 3-6 and 2-7.
no way, really. So what's the projected matchup? So
So
you're
if the
telling me it
Lakers
would
win,
be
they're gonna verse the Warriors.
Okay, so then you know what? Warriors all day.
So it's
baby.
inevitable.
I'm dying for it.
So
I'm
and it's gonna be
dying for it.
OKC against the Clippers.
I would love that. I would
Wow.
love nothing more than
Yeah.
that.
So it's gonna be that will be nuts, guys. A
Interesting.
Curry LeBron matchup in the semi-conference finals. It would be electric. You have to watch that one.
I'm with that.
Every game you gotta watch that one.
I'm with that.
So that would be a good. Honestly, you guys kind of are in the best of both worlds because if the Rockets knock off the Warriors, then you got the Rockets.
Yeah. We'll take a
Lakers,
down.
Rockets, come
Yeah,
on.
Yeah.
They're
But
chilling.
if the Warriors do get through,
That'll be a matchup to kind
that
of.
would be that's my dream matchup
That's
out
in
of all
7.
these.
I feel
first
like it'd be a
rounds.
great in 7. Let's go to 7 for that
Actually,
one.
That's fun too because I want the Celtics to play the Knicks again. That would be nice because we ain't played the Knicks for a hot minute. I feel
Boston,
like.
New York will be crazy.
I would love that.
TD Garden, MSG. Woo!
I would love that.
Damn, guys. Oh my gosh.
This NBA players gonna be popping. I can't
It's
wait.
coming. It's coming fast.
I can't
I mean,
wait.
we gotta watch tomorrow's one, but Saturday starts off at 10 a.m. guys. 10 a.m.
10
Damn.
a.m.
Pacific, yeah.
Make your popcorn. Get
1
your
o'clock
popcorn
Eastern,
ready.
so we gotta get it ready because what is it?
I'll be at work. I'll be at work, yo. I'll put the game on. I'll be out by the afternoon and I'll watch it.
Yes.
I had to take Easter off. You know that though.
Yes, sir. But yeah, that's nuts. Wow.
What's your favorite matchup that you got? Like if you have to pick one matchup, not from each conference, one matchup that you're really excited for. My favorite one, honestly, my favorite one is going to be the Lakers and Timberwolves because I want to see if Ant can do what I was asking y'all earlier about Ja if he gets into the 8th seed versus OKC. Can Ant make the next step? Can he kind of surpass Jaws? I feel like you could be the face of the league type. And we know the talk about off the court with Ant because I'm sure y'all seen the memes or the baby mama drama and but I also have seen him on the Netflix documentary too.
Right.
And seeing like this boy, like how hard he working, and he really he got that baller energy like KD. I just want to play ball and be nasty. So I think I got that one circled because can the King do one more run?
Possible. I think I got Rockets and Warriors. I think I want to see if Steph with Jimmy, they can playoff Jimmy with Steph. Is it actually something? You know what I mean? If playoff Jimmy with an actual bona fide superstar. Is playoff Jimmy that much of a playoff phenomenon? See what happens. I'm excited.
Nice. I feel like for me the first round most excited matchup is gonna have to be the New York Knicks and Pistons here. It's the battle of Jalen Brunson and their newly acquired Karl Anthony Towns, and the emerging Cade Cunningham and breakout season Jalen Duren. So I feel like these two teams, definitely for the Pistons, definitely it's been a while since they made it, so they're gonna be playing at MSG, guys. So that that's a place where everybody kind of dreams to play in, and especially in a playoff matchup, they're gonna have to show up. They're gonna have to show up. Both got to show up, especially if they go to Detroit too. So I can't wait for that one.
All right, I love that.
Yes.
I want to any more bold predictions we got for this playoff run right here?
Still, we got some stuff that's happening. We'll figure out who's actually gonna be playing everybody by the end of the day tomorrow. So we'll see what happens if anything changes. But I think we made some pretty good ones for the first round, and I think we have a lot. Obviously, we have a lot of NBA news to talk about over this next couple months. Into this playoff few months. So I'm excited. It should be lit.
I got one last thing. Shout out Shannon Sharp again. Serge Ibaka. Chewbacca, Waka Flocka, Lakers in 5.
Lakers in 5.
I'll tell y'all this, right?
Let's go.
Don't be surprised if there's a team from Los Angeles in the finals this year playing the Boston Celtics, but a team that isn't the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah, I we'll see what happens.
Oh, hot take.
I'll be baby.
Yo, when'd you prepare those hats?
He had them out pulling. He had both of them coming out.
He whipped them out toward them. Not even one.
Both of them.
Y'all talking about?
Oh, damn. He whipped that out.
What's up, baby?
Damn.
You know what it is? JT getting his Larry Bird trophy and then his Bill Russell trophy.
Ooh,
don't worry about it.
We got the hot take from Mikey.
Don't worry about it.
See what happens.
LeBron, number 5. Lakers in 5. Luka. Luka. Finally.
You never know.
Yo, it'll be crazy, guys. I can't wait. My hands are sweaty already talking about this. Oh my gosh. But yeah, that was great. That was great, guys. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Playoffs are around the corner. We got play-ins tomorrow, guys. So don't forget. Saturday, when officially playoffs start, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, guys. So you got to wake up early if you're living in the West Coast. East Coast, you got 1 p.m., so that's chilling. So yes, sir. RCR Presents MSD Sports episode 30, guys. My name is Sam. You can find me at YBK here. Our brother here, Michael. You can find him at Michael John DeStefano. Our brother here, Mr. David. You can find him at Mr. Club Paradise. And you can find us, MSD Sports Crew, at RCR MSD Sports. We're in Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcast, iHeartRadio, YouTube, Instagram, and many more. So you can find us anywhere. So yes, sir. And we'll see you guys on the next pod. Peace.
Let's get it.